Funny enough, I don't know. The stream is showing that I'm live. Um, I don't think there is an issue. I am doubtful that there is an issue. So to the persons on YouTube, okay, right. I think I understood what the problem was there. You guys were not seeing me, and I guess now the persons on YouTube should be actually seeing me, and not just the image that you all were seeing. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, a blessed good evening to you guys, and I want to start today in that type of way because, I mean, the attacks that we continue to hear daily and ever so often through the different programmings that are brought forward by the what is considered to be supporters of the National Democratic Congress, it seems as if the new National Party is still in power. You know, you want to get that feeling because, I mean, the manner in which the new National Party is still attacked, you're asking yourself whether or not Dr. Mitchell and the members of the past administration are still sitting in office. It leaves you bewildered in the manner in which persons are still attacking and still coming down and still going on. You know, it gives you that question. However, again, for information's sake, I want to share that bit of information with you guys because, I mean, at the end of the day, I want you guys to have all the information and the information promptly. We are learning that another position was given to an individual, and let me say, officially. So it is now official, the new comptroller of the customs is Karen Forsyth Hall. I do know Miss Forsyth. The new today understand that the Customs Department has received a memo from the Ministry of Finance informing them that Miss Forsyth Hall is taking over from Algeron Antoine, who has been acting in the position for a few years now. The new chief at Customs, the wife of an assistant superintendent of police, Ryan Hall, who is attached to the Criminal Investigation Department of the Royal Government Police Force. She is also the daughter of the late Merrill Forsyth, who has served in the cabinet secretary under the former New National Party of Keith Claudius Mitchell. It's not clear that the position Belfon will now hold in the Customs Department. Again, another person placed in another position. Again, we can recall that during the campaign, the Prime Minister spoke clearly and mentioned that a lot of the areas in which persons holds merit, the positions will be given to them. And so we're hoping and praying that, that it is merit that have the individual in that position. Right? So let me start something properly. Right? Let me start something properly. Now, you see, there are times in conversations when individuals try to do something to safeguard friends and family and maybe others, they just make everybody look bad. Brother Jonathan Lacrette, dear citizens, it is my earnest hope that this correspondence find you and your families in good health. As a minister of government serving in the upper house of the parliament, I believe deeply in democracy and the rule of law. Therefore, it is incumbent upon me to provide the people of the state of Grenada, in whose hands sovereignty lies, with the unvarnished truth. The recent months, the sum of $1.7 million is simultaneously associated with a loan given to Senator Jonathan Lacrette from the Grenada Development Bank. Given the nature of the reputational damage surrounding the narrative of the loan acquisition, I felt compelled to protect the nobility of the executive office I hold and the scardiness of the name of Jesus Christ, whose kingdom I represent. I want to be professional about it in the dissemination of the information by published in its content through print media. However, all the effects of facilitates same were futile. Please find enclosed correspondence from the Grenada Development Bank dispelling in the suggestive report. And if I may read that report, it says, dated the 5th of June 2024, Senator Jonathan Lacrette, in care of the Ministry of Youth, Sports, and the Ministerial Department, Complex, Sir Eric Matthew Gary Botanical Roundabout, Tantin, St. George's. He said, dear Senator Lacrette, we hereby confirm that there is no record of your name being associated with any borrowing activities within the Grenada Development Bank. So Brother Jonathan Lacrette cleared his name. And we are grateful for the information disseminated. But you see, sometimes you try to clear your name and you push other people under the bus. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lacrette, as an executive office in which you hold, and the sacredness of the name of Jesus Christ, in whom your kingdom you represent, I ask of you to ask Andy Williams to do the same thing. In Jesus' name. I ask of you to cause Andy Williams to be as bold as you are in the name of Jesus Christ, in whose kingdom you represent. Ask your colleague Andy Williams to do same. Because you started by saying, sir, as a minister of government in the upper house of parliament, he believes deeply that the democracy and the rule of law must take precedence in whatever you do. So you included the state's law, plus you went along by giving biblical representation. So it means that we want to take from you that somewhere within your heart, my dear friend, that there is truth and there is just. And therefore, you want everyone to be just. Because you went on further in saying to you that what? The people of the state of Grenada, in whose hands sovereignty lies. Now, if you're saying that, sir, there are allegations surrounding individuals in which you are colleague with, in the same allegation in which your name was stored, and you brought clarity to same, we ask of you, sir, in the name of Jesus Christ, in whose kingdom you represent, to ask your dear brother in colleague, your dear minister in brotherhood, to do same. Call him. Just like how you say you try to call all the media houses to show them that you got a letter to say that you don't have no loan in GDB. We're not asking of you, because it seems like you're one of the persons who believe in the democracy of the state. And so when the people make a clarion call, you bring clarification to your name. And so I don't want you to be a representation of God and be involved among satanic practices. So if you believe in that level and that just and that love for your people, go to your dear brother Andy Williams. Show him the letter. Say, listen to me. This is what I did to show my people. To show my people, ladies and gentlemen, that I did not have no loan there. My dear brother Andy Williams, and I'm speaking maybe in the voice of dear brother Lacrette, as how he may speak. He may say, dear brother, please go to GDB and ask them to give you a letter, because the letter is easy to get. It seems like, I don't know how long you wrote for it, but on the 5th of June, they gave you a letter. So it don't take long. Ask your dear brother Andy Williams, right? In order for the good name of the party to remain. And I don't want you to be encompassed by evil. I don't want you to be surrounded by people in which you're doing good and they're doing bad. So I want you to call brother Andy Williams aside. call him aside. Well, we don't know if he's speaking the truth, But what he's saying here, he's representing the kingdom of Jesus Christ. And so we want Brother Lacrette to take his time and speak to Brother Andy Williams. Go in the depth of his heart and let him know that we're asking of him to come forward to the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petermartinic. Get a letter like yours in Jesus' name and make it public. Let us know, my dear brothers and sisters, that you're part of an emblem, of an entity, of an association in which everyone is on the same page with you. In Jesus' name. Ladies and gentlemen, moving further afield. There is information that the debris that is being picked up in Carriacou is being dumped in the park in Carriacou. Now, I don't know how truthful it is. I haven't seen anything to confirm. It is information that is alleged that is happening. Now, I'm saying to you that if that is happening to the powers that be, that is nonsensical. At this stage of recovery, at this stage of healing, mental healing, places like parks and entertainment centers are one of the places in which you try to make available to people. Because psychologically, some people just may need to go and play a little cricket match, play a little football, knock a ball around the park in order to sometimes just ease that mental strain. Somebody saying, very true. As I said, I am speaking in what I received as an alleged information. I have no documentation, I have no pictures, I have no videos, I don't know how it does operate. But if that is happening, I see that as nonsensical. Because we know definitely there is a over 40 competition, I believe, that normally happens in Carriacou. So the sports of cricket is one of the things that actually happens in Carriacou. Now, the park needs to be available because we are persons in shelters still. And as I said, you know what happens with human. At one point, everybody realized, hey, you know, we're in the same boat. What can we do? Let's paddle together. This one may make a friend, this one, and then you find 5, 6 young men. You drop a ball at the shelter, and the evening time they go to play a little football, you know, and then they come back to the shelter. Now, this, ladies and gentlemen, is a mental ease. Take it from me. There are many persons who will want to be doing that. Maybe you may not be able to go. Maybe you were a person who maybe used to jog, and you cannot run the whole of Carriacou again. Maybe you just want to go to the park and maybe make a few perimeter around the park. Come on. To the powers that be, if this is happening, it should cease immediately. It should cease immediately. I don't see no reason. Knowing how Carriacou is, I think there is a lot of spaces. I mean, for those of us who have been to Carriacou, we know of a lot of empty spaces. Government can simply, oh no, I should say government, let me do jump straight into it and then they say, only politics is talking. Now, if you can set a site where, because it's boards, some of the areas is board and so on. If you can set a site whereby you know you put them there, you heap it in a particular way, and you burn them maybe every once a week or so on and so forth. Or you find some other place. All I'm saying is that I don't think the park is the proper place or area to be putting debris. Those debris may include glasses, they may include nails a lot of other things. Now when you put it there, even if you empty it out, you may realize later on down there is still glass and nail and so on in the pack. And you're giving yourself a double work day. You're inculcating a cost to yourself. Because maybe after everything fixed, you may have to fix the pack now. When in truth and in fact, nothing was wrong with the pack initially. And maybe that was one of the projects all you had planned. Or maybe they will say that. But in my honest opinion, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think it is a good idea that the debris that is being picked up in Carriacou and PD Martinique now should be placed at the park. I mean, I believe this is common sense. I believe that is basic understanding. I believe anyone that is giving an advice can simply say, I don't think that's the proper thing. And it takes no scientist to come and tell all you that. It takes no scientist to tell all you that. You can't be dumping things in a park in a time like this. And you're not doing it not because you don't know where else to put it. You want to ensure that the persons that are healing, the persons that are recuperating, and as I suggested, as I said, for those of us who have went to Carriacou, right? It is board and so on that is being dumped in the park. All I'm saying, if you could heap it in a particular way, and then maybe every once a week, you have an area for burning. Simple like that. It is as simple as that. You heap it in a particular way. You put it, if it's 3-4 heap, and you set aside a day. You know, well, every Wednesday, we're burning debris. You burn debris on Wednesdays. I've seen it happen in many other areas. All I'm saying, I don't think the park is a place to be dumping debris at this time. As I said, it is a mental recuperation for many persons. A man may take his time on an evening after going through all the stress and say, well, let me go and play a little football. Me and my partner name have some other little mean. Because they have nothing else. There is no light, there is no internet, there is nothing. You don't have that everyday, day-to-day running. So the slightest opportunity to give some form of mental wellness to yourself may say, let's play some sport. So my suggestion, we all know what is boards. Board don't take months to burn. You ensure, and you see in those cases, ladies and gentlemen, what happens when you're dumping in those areas, not just pick up and throw. You ought to be able to have persons, even on the sites, to separate the debris. So what is concrete or wall or whatever, and then whatever is galvanized or whatever, because you can't heap everything together. Everybody knows that. We see it happen at Perseverance every day. You move aside what is galvanized, we move what is aluminium, we move aside what is plastic, we move aside what is board. You know, those things that might not be able to burn easily, we know what they are. This is the suggestion today. Again, coming from the classroom to whoever it is. I don't call it nobody name, I don't know who in charge. All I'm saying, the suggestion or the idea thereof of placing debris at the park in Carriacou, to me, is not a good idea. Right? I think this is one of the areas that could be used for the recuperation of socializing in Carriacou. Some fellas take the time, they say, watch out, we have some friends in Carriacou. We know a long time we play cricket with them. Then we go up there, we play a little cricket with them. At the end of the event, maybe we could donate something to them. If it's like a $500-600 we go up there with, we play a little cricket with them. We bring up a 2 little drinks from on we cooler and with the boat, and we bring them in the park. We knock a 2 little ball, we have a little fun, and then we go back down and we leave them up there. At the end of the day, they realizing now that it's not just food that coming, and people are just passing. People are now wanting to help them recuperate. No, I didn't go in no big school for that. I don't have no PhD for that. This is simple common sense. This is everyday living. This is the livelihood of individuals. An individual house born. You bring clothes, you bring clothes, you bring clothes. You understand me? So at the end of the day, that is what you help. That is what you call mental wellness. You understand me? Mental wellness. Yes, sure, it happens. And if you read any documentation, they tell you, even in your devastated moments, they will advise you to get yourself involved in sporting activities. If you go to any psychiatric person and you're going through a mental depression, one of the first advice they give you is exercise. Come on. That is realistic. I'm being realistic. That is easy realistic. Any psychological information that you want to look up, ask it right now. I like to help them. You see, Mattis come yesterday, she come today. We typing in best, and we put in it psychological. We put in it psychological advice, and we put in it in best psychological advice. I typing it in there and I pressing it. You understand me? Not no. Right? First one. They say don't take your thoughts too serious. They say it is not about you. Learn in a means of relaxation. Let yourself hook. Practice self-care. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Feel your feelings and take your own advice. Psychological help. You hear that one? Learn to a means of relaxation. Sporting activities is a means of relaxation. You're going to relax yourself. Learn to relax. You understand me? Look at it. I could post it. You see, I like to explain. I like to, that's me. I don't just want to jump out. Hey. One of the ways they tell you to ease stress, mental stress, is through exercise. Through exercise. So, at the end of the day, no, you don't come in and sit down and study football. You don't come in and sit down and say, oh, well, let me go and play football and forget about my house. No. We're saying that breaking point. You understand me? Look at it. We go again. Check it within yourself. What is the second one? Set a time to exercise that you can get back out. You understand me? You know, spend more time in nature. They say, learn on your friendship. Understand how you fit in a bigger picture. That is. You listen to things. Can understand every time you guys come to class. Go and sit down in the back of the class and write exercise 50, 100 times for me. I'll go check it at the end of the class. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen. We are realizing that this administration have a drag your foot approach to everything. Yes, we're so focused on the whole Carriacou issue, but let me say to you, agriculture in Grenada, especially on the northern side of the island, has taken a beating. And we are hearing very little or nothing when it comes to that. That is bad. That is really bad. You hear all over the world, they preach to you food security, food security, food security. We are too focused, and I'm being honest at this stage. We are way too focused on Carriacou and Petit Martinique at this stage of the exercise. Because we are still wondering, government is saying that they're still making assessment in Carriacou and Petit Martinique. When they stated that the assessment was made a day or two after the hurricane, and so they have a 90% damage and so on. That is what they consider an assessment to be. But you see again, mental understanding, being experienced enough to understand that a hurricane just passed. You don't make assessment just so. You don't make assessment just like that. When a hurricane or any devastation passes, you don't make an assessment like just say, okay, 90% mashed down. Health, persons on medication, transportation, finances, financial institution, access to capital, free movement to be able to get what is needed. That is when you start making an assessment. So we see lately that government posted that, hey, we're going to make an assessment by the next month. But one of the first briefing that they gave, they say, hey, we make an assessment, but NADMA make an assessment. NADMA 90%. St. Patrick's, oh gosh. Let me say this, ladies and gentlemen, and it brings me to St. Mark's. Ever so often you may hear supporters mention, oh well, Miss Modest is doing nothing in St. Mark's. Nothing is being done. Sometimes nothing. But ask them the question, what have you ever sent better to defeat Miss Modest? St. Mark's have received absolutely nothing under this administration. Nothing. The pass of a hurricane, I feel the only thing Miss Modest has not done yet, and I'm saying yet, is start to go and plant trees with farmers. She's not part of government. You have a senator within the parish or the constituency who is involved with government. But every time you look up and down on a page, all what he's doing on the page is sharing thing. He's sharing thing in Italy, Mexico, Czechoslovakia. Take a look at Dr. Modest's page. She giving tambourine. She giving food. She talking to people. She holds more than she's in anywhere else. And then you ask the question, why we continue to vote for her in St. Mark's? Because all you does not send anything better up there. The entire western corridor, more so the north, has not gotten anything from this administration, starting with St. John's, then St. Mark's. Well, I don't have to say St. Patrick's because the gentleman clearly mentioned in the presence of the Prime Minister in his audience that nothing has happened in St. Patrick's. When he make it nice to go walk in Sotes, he'll ask him, a man tell him that, and he could not have defended that. I can say to you, there were two persons reached out to me in the St. Patrick's East area asking for the assistance of the new National Party. Asking for assistance from the NNP. I had to forward them to an individual to see your best will. Because persons are asking, persons are in need thereof. And this administration is just dragging their foot. I don't know who or what they're waiting on. According to them, it beats me. It beats me. Because we're hearing so much that is coming out from Carriacou. Let me tell you something. Real manja popo that's going on up here. Don't look at it so, you know. A lot of things are happening up there because nobody's taking the time off to sit back and assess. Everybody just going head on. Everybody's going head on. Nobody's making an a proper assessment, taking the time off to do what ought to be done. They are arguing where money come out. Well, we get into that today, you know. Because I find this is a simple concept. We blow a trumpet. Anyway, let's not jump to that. My thing is that we're asking this administration, please, for the sake of our nation, get up and get. Get up and listen to me. You are understanding now what we just be talking about. Headline. These fellas are headliners. These fellas are headliners. Nothing going on in Grenada. Nothing have happened in Grenada. But what have you seen productive within the on the mainland? Everything now is being overshadowed by poor Carriacou. Carriacou, they had a little money, they coming on. And we have a friend there from Petit Martinique. Good day to you, Petit Martinique. Oh my goodness. It's great to have somebody from Petit Martinique. How are you guys doing up there? And we show love to you, my dear. Yeah? My love goes out to you, to the people of Petit Martinique. And the mere fact that you're here, it means that all you coming in from an area. So Petit Martinique, good afternoon to you. So we're saying the drag your foot method that is going on in Carriacou and Petit Martinique, it needs to cease. and stop this thing about volunteer. Time to start pushing some money in some people's pocket to get the work done. And maybe that is why you're getting no results. Because people are working for free. It's time to get some people who are qualified enough, put some money in their pocket, and send them up there to get the work done. Time to get the work done and get the work done properly. Only I said that, oh, let me volunteer. But when you look at the TV, oh, they are arguing how much million they get and who get $1 million and how much million. They are arguing all the million, but they can't say how they're spending the millions. The fact of the matter is, we have gone past the stage about volunteer. It's high time we stop this volunteer. Time to start pumping some money. Let the economy be pushed. Employ people to get work done. Spend the monies. Get the two masons, carpenters, so on and so forth. Pay some fellas with some truck and some thing to go up there and pump the money. You may get more results than you're talking about volunteer. A man no he volunteer. If he decide to give an hour, he give an hour. If he decide to give 2 hours, he give 2 hours. This is not what we need. This is not what we need. Definitely not what we need. Start pumping the money. There are persons that are wanting to work. You know, I hear talk, they say, oh, people from Carrick-on, they don't want to work. I mean they don't want to work. I mean they don't want to work. It's their place. They're willing to build it back. But I still have volunteers going up there, dragging their foot. You have to make video for them to get rid of certain things in certain areas. Start to spend the money. All you bossing, all you that join CREF. And you see that sign on to CREF. And you see that do it. So take it. But let's see it spending. Let's see spending. Let's see what is happening to it. Let us see circulating. You think about volunteer. We're still in volunteer mood. Send to pump some monies within the economy. Spend some monies on trucking. Spend some money that persons who are qualified enough, technicians and so on, to tell you where to throw debris and how to get things done. A dear friend from Carrick say he might go in the sky. They like to fly. Everything we see monies. We know you all have the monies. We know you guys got the monies. You all have it. We know. All you getting real money. All you getting real donation. Are you still asking people for volunteer? Pump some monies in the economy, man. Employ some people. Get the masons and the carpenters working now. Let's pay them now. Government set certain projects. Let's get the monies. And now with volunteer. When you get volunteer, you get a result. A man not giving you 8 hours if he's a volunteer. When a man know he working for 8 or 10 hours because you know he getting paid. Time to give people work. Tradesmen, they in Grenada, you sit down, they don't work. Give them work up there. You have people that are looking for jobs. You go back in the same economy. Once you giving them and they have to travel to Carriacou to pay the boat. When they come back to Grenada and they stop on the Carolinas, they want to drink a beer. It comes back. You have to be thinking on your foot. That is simple maths. That is simple maths. But you're only asking people, oh, volunteer. Are you volunteer to go in Carriacou? When they go to Carriacou, they have to pay their own. You're volunteering. You have to bring your own meal. You're going up there, you're spending your money. You're coming back down here, you don't have money. You find that making sense? Pity Matnik, not me. Somebody speaking from Carriacou and Pity Matnik. They say people cannot walk clear without getting a cut from galvanize. Give a little stipend to collect the galvanize out of the place. Put some dollars in the pocket. Take a page from Cancun and Union Island. Listen to somebody from Pity Matnik. Because they say Cancun and Union Island is doing it. You need to be able to come up with strategic ways in order to get the economy driven. You can say to me, you're asking people for volunteer now. So I go in Carriacou Brooks and come back here Brooks, leave unemployed, come back unemployed. I mean the little pankwai could be hole. We don't expect you to give them $60 million to do it. Or we don't expect you to give them $1,500 and $2,500. We pay people based on trade. And we know what the trade. All you that bring up minimum wage. So you know how much a trade man working for now. So maybe that's all you're afraid. But it's truth. It's truth. The same government start really pumping this money into getting the work done. You understand me? It's time it's happened. Come on. Somebody saying Paul's Airport is a place for all garbage from Morricane. They take things from Granitan, drop them there, and mosquitoes killing the community. You see? Canwan, yes, sorry, not Cancun, Canwan. Thank you for the correction. So this is a clarion call. This is a clarion call. We want persons to understand at this stage. Government is boastful about how much money they get in and where they get in it. $50 a day will do a lot, exactly. And you want the money to, you want to make people feel so good. You're giving the little people in Carriacou the work, you know. You're giving the people in Carriacou, in PT Matnik and Carriacou the work. A man right now, he think he done there already. It's my place, a man, I don't clean it. You give a little money. You have to be exorbitant. Now, you say, travel work, the bushing was to keep down poor people. You doesn't understand in every system, ladies and gentlemen, and believe that. They're not politics. They're not playing politics. That is not keeping anybody at a mental state. It is you to move up in life. I can tell you about 3 to 4 other officers, persons that I know that are officers today, and we work travel before making the next step in life. I work travel. I did travel. My mental capacity was not at a staying in travel. I wasn't going to stay there. The opportunity for travel wasn't a mental constraint by the past administration. It was an element to aid in your financial status at the time. You know what people that are successful today and they say, I used to clean drain. Just yesterday, a friend and I was speaking about Sadio Mane, for those of us who follow football. He used to push a wheelbarrow, sell stuff in Africa. Today is one of the most renowned names in football. You must start somewhere. Your mental capacity, they say where you are is not where you ought to be. And if your mental capacity did not want you to stay in travel, it was an element to help you uplift yourself. It was an element to uplift yourself. So at no point in time, I believe Dr. Mitchell sat in his cabinet and said, watch, let me give them travel so they will stay mentally weak. I'm doubtful. Because he's an individual who has first-hand experience as it relates to growth. He used to sell. He was like a farmer's son, a fish market vendor. Not a fish market, but a vegetable market vendor's child. So at this stage, if an individual, even if you are a big job, wherever, and it means now to get a little $2 in your pocket, you have to go and move some galvanized. You feel there are people are telling you, I don't doing it because I used to work in the bank. Understand what devastation is. It humbles everybody. So the big man with the house on the prairie, to the man with the little thing slipping by the drain, when his house mash up there, he's right back down to that individual. Not in stature, in condition. That gentleman was, he may still have all his monies in the bank. So hence the reason why I say not in stature, because he may have still land and whatever. But he's right back to that individual. He's homeless, the man on the street is homeless. Understand that. They say It's been said that when some people see the behavior of our dear ministers, it's like a disgust. The fan lady came up to to drink some water. She said the fan lady came up today, and the way she was passing the people at the shelter today is like she's coing them. I don't know who is the fan lady. I like the way all of us put this. They say the fan lady. Reading another thing. They say, sad to say, there is some people, their mental capacity mash up worse than wet toilet paper. I hear them guys and then with the radio station in Carrico, blabbering, sending up Imani to clean Carrico. That's how silly these people really are. I don't know if it's the fan lady. I like it. So, ladies and gentlemen, scorning, yeah, it's not not scoring, scorning. She corrected herself. Scorning them. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, it's a drag your foot method in Carrico. Right? I don't know what is the purpose thereof. No. For even ministers to be just going to Carrico. Just to see. I'm saying me, and that's my personal thoughts. Because the offer I've been given not once but twice. Or more. To go to Carrico. I am not going to Carrico to sightsee. Before I used to go to Carrico and play mass. But at this stage, if I cannot go up there to help or to do something to aid in their development, to me, my opinion, it doesn't make sense. My thing at this stage, the people that should be going to Carrico, because we understand that there is an excessive amount of donations that have been given in terms of food. I'm not saying there is too much. There is never too much. But we are understanding that there is a sufficient amount. Don't take me word and put it all you want. And never say to stop give or don't give. But we're understanding that there is a sufficient amount. Right? We are hearing little as it relates to the proper medical care. Takes me on to my next point. We want to see you all boast as it relates to now what is happening to the medical care. The old people, the persons who need that continuous medications, how are they being dealt with? Sometimes we look at all this thing about donation. What is coming and what is happening with what is coming is two different things. Right? Because up to this day, I have not seen anything, because I know there were some issues with the hospital. I haven't seen anything on medical station. So I don't know if now there is any area designated that persons go to seek mental or physical treatment. But we see they posting all kind of other things. You see what I tell you? Let's stop look at the little things that when they posting and they listen. Don't just listen to it. You listen, you learn. See what is happening. Have they given you a briefing? It's great. We understand what is going on in terms of the health sector in Carrico? No. Why? When everything else you're all boasting. That is how you all choose your modus operandi. So we don't come and tell us, oh, if we have to post everything. You all have been posting everything. So why stop now? Why stop now? Somebody say, I have some friends from Trinidad and Tobago who went up since last week, and up to now, I don't know if they reach or how they're doing, and it's families, they go to drop things to get help. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, it is what it is at this stage in Carrico. And we are hearing the call, right? And even on Sunday again, and that is the, I'll make me jump the gun, because I like to ensure on Sunday at the Alston George Park in Victoria, right? It is a cookout vibes by the New National Party. The aid is proceeds that will be for hurricane boiling victims. We didn't say for Carriacou. Listen, no. If I didn't have the headphone and the holy ears like an African. It is for persons affected with Berlin. So it does not just require Carriacou. It requires persons. And we say all proceeds support Hurricane Berlin relief. Enjoy a solid bar and fun and games. Right? So I can say to you, I'm a part of the planning for this. We're planning to have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen. A wonderful evening. I don't know how best. I still want to see if we could get some kayak to come down, you know. Because they might need that. But we just go so late into the night. Hurricane Berlin, yes. Yeah, we might go late into the night. But I wonder if we could get that little kayaks to come down. If you all have a place to stay, to come and get that level of relaxation. So it's a day of fun and games. We have domino, we have card games. We're going to get the kids involved. We want to do a little bouncing castle also. We want to do some food and so on that will be on sale and so on, along with the high school bar. We want to see if we could do a parish competition domino. Right? Yeah, Berlin. Yeah, Berlin. Yeah. So, Sunday, the New National Party, we're up and ready to do this. Right? So, we still continuing as a political organization to ensure the well-being of every individual, right, that has been affected by the passage of the hurricane, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it takes me to my next conversation. And you see, there are times whenever these people try to defend something, it makes them look even worse. Yeah? Because we are still in a conversation about the CRIF payment and payout. Now, these people don't even want to give credit to the New National Party. They don't even want to give no credit at all. Not. Because with what was paid out, ladies and gentlemen, now what is laughable about this? They're stating that, okay, fact is, NMP did not sign in Nawasa and Grenlec. Okay, take that. NDC took signed Grenlec onto the program in 2023 of this year. Yeah? So, government-owned Grenlec. Now, let me bring you back, because I like to bring audio back. This is the same people when Dr. Mitchell, along with Brother Bowen and the cabinet, because remember Brother Bowen was in charge of, I think it's energy and so on, when they made the decision to buy back Grenlec as a state-owned corporation, these are the same people that stood on their programs and other areas and social media platforms and say, what do Kit Mitchell and them? What do Kit Mitchell and them? They are stating that in 2013 is the NDC of the past that signed for the premium. Those are the things that they say. All what is being said. Now they can boast Grenlec have joined. Now I wonder if Grenlec was still privately owned and the bright mind of Kit Mitchell and his administration did not buy back Grenlec. I wonder how in 2023, because if it's politics all you want to play, let's play it. I wonder how in 2023 Deacon Mitchell's administration would have been able to sign onto CRIF because Grenlec is owned by the state. So again, an applause goes to Dr. Mitchell and his vision. Because if he did not buy back Grenlec And if we weren't if it wasn't owned by the state, we were not able to sign them on to CREF. So again, ladies and gentlemen, in the comment section, especially on Facebook, if you could do it on YouTube, I want you to give us some likes and some love to Dr. Mitchell. Again, all you turn and play games with it. Let me play politics with it. Because if Dr. Mitchell did not take back Grenlec, if it was still privately owned, Dr. Mitchell brightness and intelligence is what causing now Deacon Mitchell to be able to sign Grenlec because it is state owned. I want to play politics. Let's play politics with it. So when he bought it back and all you run all your mouth and all your program, when all you run all your mouth and all your program and say all kind of thing, when he bought back Grenlec, today Deacon Mitchell could have sat and signed them on to CREF because it is state owned because of the brightness of Dr. Keith Mitchell. Let's play politics. Let's play politics if it's politics all you want to play. So even if all you want to take it, take it. You get a lump sum of money. A lump sum of money. A lump sum of money. 70% or more as relates to the monies that are collected is because of what? Grenlec get how much? 9 point something. Now Asa get a little bit. But they forget about that. So the lump sum that was given initially because of the premium, they're not studying that. But they're trying to take, well, if it wasn't for Deacon, we wouldn't have get Grenlec, the one from Grenlec and the one from Nawasa. Seriously? So somebody give you $50 million. And all you're concerned about is 10% of that $1 million you get. Well, come on now. So we can take we praise. They hate to see us blow with trumpet. They hate to see us enjoy it. Well, I know some of all you might cut off the program now, but I go ahead and play this. Listen.
So they say NNP did nothing. But not only the mere fact of the insurance in Devon, the type of insurance, because St. Vincent was insured too, but they only get 1 point something million because of the coverage. But the New National Party saw it fit to take coverage even now.
Right, so he said the New National Party saw it fit to take coverage, and then he went on to say even Nawasa.
Yeah, no like fish.
Grenlec.
So just like how you like to break down, I like to break down. So you realize it sets aside everything else because Brother Carl started by saying this, and that is what is relevant to the conversation. Listen to that.
The type
you hear?
of insurance.
The type. That is the expounding conversation there. You see? Brother Keaton is not driving the point as it relates. He went on to speak about Nawasa. But he said, is it type? You understand how they want to play games with it? So he forget about what he said earlier. Because is it type? Because as he said, St. Vincent get money too. Prior to this money being paid, Haiti was the country that was leading in terms of the amount of money paid out. So Brother Keaton is saying the type. See how you learn? You see how you learn? Because at the end of the day, what the point Brother Keaton is bringing across, he don't want to play on that. He don't want to play on that. He want to play bright. He want to play real bright. Yeah? So he wait for Brother Devon, Brother Keaton to slip up. Because right now, if you forget a letter in a word, they post it, you know. If you forget a letter, they want to post it because I tell you they get it on steel like NNP in power. So people, that is the point Brother Keaton is bringing across. The type.
The type.
The type.
Of insurance. Because St. Vincent was insured too.
Yes. So you see, he playing it on the program for his goons and them, and they letting it out. But the point is, what is it? I like to hear what Brother Ketan say. It's what?
The type,
The type.
of insurance.
It's the type. Now, if you didn't go to the type, the premium that you take, because everybody joining insurance, but there are different levels of premium. So, based on the premium you take, based on what you're being insured for, Dr. Mitchell said, I didn't want the little one. He said, I don't grade it as small, but I don't want the little premium. I didn't want the little premium. Dr. Mitchell said, you want that different?
The type, of insurance. Because St. Vincent was...
So that is the point that we want them to get. Because at the end of the day, we're not just boasting about, oh, when Nawasa get and Grand Lake. No! We are boastful because of the educated experience of a politician. After 3 years or 2 years of a hurricane, he went and he took a... Wait, take, Brother Ketan. Wait, take.
The type, of insurance.
He went out, and with all that was in front of him, he took a different... Hold on.
The type,
yes,
of insurance.
He took a different type from all the other nations in the Caribbean. Dr. Mitchell say, a little, but a talawa. I want a different. Tell me again, Brother Ketan.
The type.
Yes. So that is what we're bringing home. That because of visionary leadership, even if after 3 years of a devastating hurricane in your country, you had enough fortitude, as we are saying in local terminology, you had enough balls to go to an insurance and say to them, listen to me, I know everybody else taking, but I want a different.
The type.
Yes. He wanted a different type. He wanted to be the Hefe. He wanted that if hurricanes passed through Grenada again, there was not going to be a little bit, but we would have been able to get it because of
the type, of insurance.
That is what we're getting at. When I talk about Grand Lake and Nawasa, and because Atikan, he signed Grand Lake. No, he signed Grand Lake because Grand Lake is a state-owned company that Dr. Mitchell took the type of knowledge to understand that it had to remain in state. So you wait for the sleep up. That's what it does do. But Brother Ketan bright because he makes sure he said the
type.
Yes. Because we don't play with what we're going for. When we're going, as Donald Trump is going to say, we're going bigly. As a small nation, we went bigly. Because 3 years after hurricane, in 2007, gentleman put his jacket on, push up his collar, took a plane. Not lime. He didn't go on lime. He didn't go on lime. He didn't just go for a fly. He went there and he made sure he looked for a different insurance because he was looking for a different...
The type,
yes,
of insurance.
Different type. He went there knowing that his country was going to not be there if our next hurricane passed to be able to get what they get now. So he said, listen to me, I live in Grenada and I'm going and I'm taking a plane because I'm going to look for
type,
yes,
of insurance. Of insurance because St. Vincent was insured too.
Yes.
But they only get 1 point something million.
Different type. Take it from the page. So what you're hearing there is what they're trying to put as an effect to make them not listen. Come in and boast about, oh, the Right Honorable Deacon Mitchell, 90%. Yes. I know my minister listening. She said NMP paid a premium that gave Grenada comprehensive coverage. Because if you have a premium, ladies and gentlemen, and you're part of an insurance, it is easy. Based on the premium you take, based on the premium and policy you have, you could include things. Right? And so when it was introduced to Grenada, maybe at the time, and I don't know, Doctor, maybe I call her and she may give clarity to it. Maybe at the time, as was, government wasn't, Grand Lake wasn't owned by government. Yeah? So maybe government say, well, okay, we don't qualify, we don't reach the thing to put Grand Lake in the thing. But they go and they jumping up about this liquor, you know. And I tell you, them people looking for the smallest thing. They want us to give them praise. They want us to give them praise because they can sign Grenlek. But these people make me laugh. So praise them. So praise them for that. Praise them for signing Nawasa and Grenlek. But hush all your mouth to say Kid Mitchell did a great job in going and sign up to be a part of that. Let me hush him out. Don't say no. But they should jump up because Deacon has signed Grenlek and Nawasa. So, tell all you, they ain't go muzzle us. Not now, not ever. And let me tell all you something, and I'm making sure that I want to pump that on my program as in going forward. Let our children know the work of the new National Party in Grenada. Let our children know, although they're on a bus, or you go in Grenville, and all you see something, that was not there before, or you old enough in the area, or you so walk in that area where all you so bunks all you to before. Let all your children know because of that minister of government. You understand me? Somebody's asking, who was WRB lawyer Prince against Grenada? Okay. I tell them if they want to play politics, we can play politics. But we don't play politics. We're giving facts. And all we just say to you, when we give you the facts, tell us that is not true. So they realize we take the praise for Dr. Mitchell and his administration and the stalwartness. If there's a word of that kind. Of his administration. Yeah? We take with praise. We punch behind. We take praise for the airport and the flyover. They say, because when they realize now they can't swing around it, they say, hey, everybody have flyover. That we make it noisier. No. We made noise because of the visionary leadership of the new National Party. We didn't make noise for flyover. Everybody have flyover. But we made noise because the visionary leadership that caused it to happen. So now we're making noise for we insurance, Papa. We're making noise because the stalwart politician in Grenada say, listen to me, I'm going to give me country a hefty sum if anything happen again. And we make noise, we blow a trumpet. The type. Truth is what we're dealing with. Cynthia, truth. They can't run from it. And that is why you see nowadays, everything we post, every time we post something and we post it in with our name, they come in and make a noise. They come in and make a noise. Because at the end of the day, they are the ones that stated NNP did nothing in Grenada for 25 years. But every time we post something, they say, well, hey, we just build that. But when something happens to them, it's AI. But we just build that. But we're showing them facts, pictures. What an individual said, and I had to hush one last night. Dr. Michel, Dr. Morris, I hope you're listening. And about, infrastructure and St. Max could have been done more. I said, give her a rating. I said, give Dr. Morris a rating. Guess what they tell me? The percentage is 65. Well, if somebody percentage is 65, my God, and you say more could have done, I say, okay, what you expected the range to be? About 70 something or 80. People, how far is 65 from 80? It's 15%, you know. I said, so what you expected? What more you expected? Oh, the structure. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. In urban, in rural areas, all over the world, small, go anywhere in the Caribbean, the countryside of any Caribbean nation, and you would realize this is one of the places that are always harder to develop. Harder. And as a young man growing up in Victoria, where St. Max is now, I could tell you, if it wasn't for Dr. Morris, the roads, the areas, I used to ride donkey to go with my father in the bush. Every road, farm road, you could think about in Victoria. I tell you, areas where I used to go sometimes after you pass the reservoir. All these roads are fixed. to help our farmers. As I share the story, I say I grew up in Victoria with about one doctor. Well, the one doctor they had there, we used to call him Dr. Varma. But from St. Mark's, we had the same Dr. Modest before politics. And there was another lady. Now we could count one. I know one house in Victoria right now with 3 qualified doctors. 3. One house. St. Markians. One house. 3 doctors. Another one with 2. One house. Before you could have get that in Victoria. And that is because of scholarship. And being able to walk along with families. Being able to call Dr. Modis and say, watch, my son and my daughter, they here or there, and we're looking for X, Y, or Z. And she going in the parliament, in the cabinet, ask any one of them. And she say, even if all you want to give St. Andrew 70, Victoria needs 7. St. Max needs 7. If you want to give St. George's 100, give Victoria 5. And that is things I know. So when you hear people talking about that wasn't done, the human resource was one of the most important things, or is the most important thing to Dr. Modest. You see somebody, if Dr. Modest could give you something to help you, she'll do that. Some of them, they like money in hand. She like money. Dr. Modest would buy 500 pounds of chicken for you. For you to open a business, to barbecue. She will buy the stand. She said, develop yourself. That is the mentality of the individual. Yeah? But they don't know that in them. They don't know that. So they always go, no, Dr. Modest will do nothing, Dr. Modest. Send somebody in St. Mark's to Bita. When they come, let me know. So, ladies and gentlemen, this takes us to the end of another program. And I know some of you may say, gosh, boy, the thing done already. But as you always ask for a little 15 minutes extra, a little 20 minutes extra, and I try to give all you. So I'm infringing on my dear brother Sheldon program, because same like me, you gotta get to the studio early sometimes to set up. Right? Also a bit of good news. Knowing going forward, you may not be able to get to hear my voice just on the program. From tomorrow, I will be the radio personality on the Fusion FM station doing a 9 to 1 program. I don't know if many of you all know about Fusion FM. That is Fusion FM 88.9. I would be doing a program from 9 in the morning to 1 daily, leading up to Carnival and maybe all after Carnival. So, for those of you all who maybe just like to hear the voice, you will not just be hearing it here on the Class in Session program. We would be running a I would be part of a mid-morning program, right? That is on Fusion FM 88.9, starting tomorrow, Wednesday, from 9 to 1. All right? So, once you could, and be a part of, over last week, just join me on that mid-morning program. It's a morning program that gives a kind of vibes. You know, we get to speak to people. We get the carnival spirit in. We build our vibes and everything. There's no politics. Absolutely no politics. Right? This program is what we do our political conversation on. Right? Because we want every audience to be listening to Fusion FM 88.9. All right? Best FM station in Grenada. It wouldn't be my first time working there, though. I've done a Saturday morning program there. I don't know how many of you all remember this. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this takes us to another evening, right? And somebody say I have to make up for it. I have to make up. Yeah. And I try my best to make up. But I have tomorrow. I don't want to make the decision too fast. Yeah. But I do have a classmate. We went to school around the same time. She's from Victoria, and she would have lost her life, and we'll be burying tomorrow. I'm not going to say I have not yet made up my mind to attend the funeral, but I will let you guys know whether or not the program will be hosted tomorrow. I'm also trying, as I said, to see how best I can work something out so that even if you guys don't hear me in the evening time, I can put the program in a way that it can be rebroadcasted. Right? That conversation is ongoing because my technical team, some of them are really busy. So I know I have to make up for last week, so I don't want to miss a day or days in coming up, because I remember asking one of my, what is it that we're working on in going forward, and one person said to me consistency, and most persons have told me that they want me to be consistent in the program because you guys really do enjoy it, and I really want to do it. All right, somebody said Fusion FM, I can't keep up with the name changes though. Yeah, Fusion FM. Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this Sunday, again, I'm reminding you guys that it will be a cookout vibes at the Alston George Park put on by the New National Party. We'll be starting 1 p.m. All right, lots of vibes. It's different. It's going to be a different one. But you guys know, when it comes to St. Mark's and it comes to NNP, whenever St. Mark's have something, we try to make it different from any other area that you go. So we and we always say we're putting that challenge down to any other constituency. I like things. Yes, say all the one. But I'm saying to you, when it comes to St. Mark's, we do things differently. And Sunday, we are going differently. It's not going to be the regular social. As we say, it is one where we are raising funds for persons who have been affected through the hurricane. And so we're going to do it different. People, when you come, we are now setting up. We don't want to do the constituency, so we want to do a best parish domino game. Best parish domino game. So the 6 parishes, pick within your areas your best 4, and let's play or your best pair, and let's play domino. Yeah, that will be one of the competitions that we're holding. Right? We're thinking about all other fun and games for the day, but there will be card games. We see our best we could get a little draft, to keep everybody entertained, because we want a day of activity. Right? Eats and drinks will be available, and we want you guys to be at St. Mark's. Let me say to you, when God said he was going to prepare a place for us, he was talking about St. Mark's, Sunset City. So we normally keep this standard. When we're in St. Mark's, we make Max. Yeah? And if Dr. Modest can share the sentiment, I know she may say, yeah, get them. So on Sunday, we want you guys to be in St. Mark's. No other place. You're a supporter of the New National Party, and you want to be out socializing on Sunday, St. Mark's. Forget about the drive long. When you get to the bus, take a little sleep. When you reach in Numparel or Maran, wake up. Yeah? Once you feel the bus stop, wake up. And you will be rejuvenated to have your fun. Then when you get back on the bus again, fall back asleep. Yeah? So, we going to put this one on Sunday. And I'm telling you, it's going to be fun. It's going to be loved by members of the New National Party. Yeah, so we're definitely going to give you a treat on Sunday. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget Simon Restaurant Bar Lounge. They put on a crunch, the first kids brunch on August the 24th from 12 to 7. Right? It's only $85. It is an all-exclusive brunch for the kids. Best dress, face painting, games, and giveaways. If you want to have more information on it, call 537-1915. All right? And don't forget the Trending Nails. They're doing a pedicure cruise on September 7th and 8th. That's a pedicure cruise. There's a correction of the word. $500. Book now. Pedicure kit is included. 50% deposit to register. 2 days of training. Limited spots are available. Instructor would be Miss O'Nelia Skinner. You can call 449-9707. All right, so be a part of this one. Don't forget tomorrow night also, starting in St. Mark's by the St. Mark's Social Cultural Foundation, they have a roadshow schedule. So persons going to bring in the vibes of street jam as we know it in Victoria. Wednesday the 24th, they will be doing a street jam. This will be put on by Otto's Car Wash. Next Wednesday, it will be Shy's Bar. Then on the 7th and 10th respectively, they will be having 2 other events. Now, those dates are not being announced as yet, so you would get more information as it relates to that. It will be starting from 7 and ending midnight. The route is Diamond Street, St. David Street, Queen Street, and it's Mass. Yeah? So don't forget to be a part of this one. Fox Promotion, ladies and gentlemen, they put on Sab Jab. You have the King and Queen of Job, Temptress and Talpri. They would be a part of that, all right, on July 28th from 7 p.m. until, yeah, so go and be thrilled with the Job in Sab, yeah. Don't forget also we have Big Joe Entertainment. They're doing a raffle. They're raffling a scooter. So go take your chances. Now $10 for a chance. Whatever, a booklet with 10, you get it for only $90. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure being here for another evening. We're going to be back here again tomorrow, God's willing. As I said, if it's not going to happen, then we will be playing by air. And nowadays, when I go in, I want to be accountable. I don't want to say I don't have any program and all. You don't see me in funeral. Yeah, so tomorrow, please, Lord, I am going to try my best to attend the funeral. And even if I'm there, I may go live just to be, you know. I want to be accountable, yeah? Because, I mean, I know the party depends on my service. And so I want to ensure that once I am not going to do the program, you know, I want to ensure that I get you guys up to speed, all right? So, if not much more, I pray that everyone would have themselves a wonderful evening. God's blessings to each and every one of you. Make sure that you're safe and your family is safe. God's blessings, and we will see you again tomorrow, all right?
Once upon a time, this country was sweet. People could align freely on the street. Whether it was north or south, you could always walk without the fear of molestation and intimidation. We had no money, but used to live right. The people used to be just poor and polite. It didn't matter what, we were always taught to have your mother and father, and love thy neighbor. No honor and respect gone through the door. We living in a state of undeclared war. The youths acting like they said parents want to abstain. Shouting out, don't call me name. I ain't taking no kind of blame. Something happened along the way. No honesty was simply thrown overboard. This is my